Welcome to a presentation of Hughes Federal Credit Union's Identity Theft and Fraud. Who's got your number? My name is Elsa Jacklich, and I am the lead business development representative here at Hughes. You've no doubt heard about identity theft, but you may not be familiar with the many ways thieves can access your personal information and the many ways you can protect yourself. Think about it. In the course of a busy day, you charge tickets for a sporting event, rent a car, purchase airline tickets, switch cell phone providers, or apply for a credit card. In all of these situations, you provide personal and/or financial information to conduct the transaction, and thieves may be ready to intercept that information in a number of ways. Experts agree we can't totally protect ourselves in every situation, but there are many things that we can do to reduce our risk of becoming a victim of identity theft. The goal of this seminar is to give you the tools to minimize your risk of identity theft and to know what to do if you or a family member are a victim. Our seminar objectives. What is identity theft and fraud? We'll go over the definitions, the strategies, the statistics. How does it happen? How do thieves get your information? We'll talk about non-technological and technological schemes. We'll talk about what you can do to prevent it, the warning signs you've been a victim, how to prevent yourself from being a victim, and where to go for help. What's in your wallet? Included in our presentation is handout number 1, What's in Your Wallet. You can do this on your own time, and it's a list of things that you currently might have in your possession in your wallet, backpack, or pocket. We recommend that once you're done with this activity that you make a copy of all of the cards in your wallet so that you'll have it for reference at a future date in case you need it. Why is too much stuff dangerous? There are dangers of carrying around your credit card. Does your Social Security number appear anywhere on the cards in your wallet? We recommend not carrying around your Social Security card, but keeping it home and not in your wallet or stored in a safe deposit box. There are dangers of carrying around passwords, PINs, paycheck stubs, and deposit slips. You want to make sure that you're not carrying around extra cash, loose change, PINs and passwords, credit cards or your Social Security number or card, pay stubs, or deposit slips. Identity theft is a crime where an imposter steals your personal information, name, Social Security number, credit card numbers, passwords, and other identifying information. Understand the difference between identity theft, which is the unauthorized access of your personal information, and transactional or identity fraud, which is the unauthorized use of your personal information for the criminal's financial gain, such as obtaining credit in your name and making fraudulent purchases. When the thief doesn't pay the bills, either the company or debt collection agency may contact you and demand payment. As a result, your credit record will likely contain negative information about your bill payment history, which will lower your credit score and make it difficult for you to get credit or cause you to pay higher interest rates on the credit you do get. The crime can take many forms, but always involves the unauthorized misuse of names, Social Security numbers, credit card numbers, or other personal and identifying information. Why is this such a problem today? It's all about the money. People are working hard to steal your money. It's their occupation, and they're good at it. Assuming it will never happen to you will not make it go away. The best offense is a good defense. It's not if you'll be a victim, but when you'll be a victim. Be an informed victim and minimize the damage. Many victims don't know their identity has been hijacked until they spot mysterious charges on their credit card statements, they've been turned down for credit or a job or a loan, or they start receiving harassing phone calls from debt collectors. The worst case scenario, The identity theft victim is arrested because of the thief's criminal record. Victims spend a lot of time and money cleaning up the mess the thieves have made of their good name and credit record. Victims often experience humiliation, anger, and frustration as they navigate the process of rescuing their identity. Here are some statistics. It's the fastest growing crime in America. There's a new victim every 19 minutes. The average victim loses $500 and spends 30 hours resolving the crime. Those that steal are often those closest to you. 18% are victimized by a friend, neighbor, or in-home employee. 32% of crimes are committed by relatives. Types of identity theft. 28% is from credit card fraud, 19% is from phone and utilities fraud, 18% from bank fraud, 13% employment fraud, 8% government document and benefits fraud, 6% loan fraud, 22% other, and 6% attempted fraud. What do thieves do once they steal your information? 30% use existing credit or debit cards, 21% commit tax or employment fraud, 13% obtain new credit card, 6% obtain medical or Social Security benefits, 4% is from utilities fraud, including buying or reselling phones, 3% open new bank accounts or line of credit, 3% obtain a car loan, 14% is from other. Identity theft becomes fraud when the criminal proceeds with the unauthorized use of your personal information for the criminal's financial gain, which is fraud. We will see just how to protect yourself later in the presentation. The unauthorized use of your personal information for the criminal's financial gain is fraud. The criminal makes fraudulent purchases with your credit, uses your Social Security number or other personal financial information. The criminal never pays the bills, and they are eventually turned over to collections. This leads to a negative impact on your credit history and your overall credit score. It can prevent you from future employment as well. Where is identity theft the worst? The top 10 states for identity theft are number 1, Florida, number 2, Georgia, 3, California, 4, Michigan, 5, New York, 6, Nevada, 7, Texas, 8, Arizona, 9, Maryland, and 10, Alabama. Who is most vulnerable? All of us are at risk for identity theft, even if we take precautions, in part because more thieves are turning to database theft from employers or businesses in order to access thousands of records at a time. Thieves often target older people for many types of fraud, including telemarketing fraud, Medicare fraud, and so on. Older individuals are attractive targets because they've accumulated more savings via paid-up mortgages and Social Security checks, and they have flawless credit. This might be surprising, but 1 out of 10 children are victims of identity theft too. We'll visit this more later in the seminar. You have handout number 3 included in our presentation. This is a quiz you can complete to see if you might be one of 15 million Americans this year that become a victim of the crime. Identity theft happens in 2 ways. The first category is called non-technological schemes and includes some of the following methods. Dumpster diving. Dumpster diving occurs when someone goes through household garbage to obtain personal identifiable information off items such as credit card bills, utility bills, medical insurance, and bank statements. Mail theft. Mail theft occurs when someone targets your mailbox and removes mail that has pertinent information on it. Your mail can be rerouted without your knowledge or permission by submitting a change of address to the post office. Social engineering. Social engineering is the practice of someone either in person, over the telephone, or computer using means to deceive someone else into divulging sensitive information. Usually, social engineers know some information and the victim believes they are legitimate and shares information. Shoulder surfing. This attack occurs when you use a password or a device that stores a PIN, such as an ATM. The identity thief attempts to get close to you and then records the password. This typically occurs in a public setting, but it may also occur through a video camera set up by the criminal. Stealing personal items. Identity thieves can also obtain your personal information by stealing your wallet or purse. Contact credit card companies immediately, as well as other financial institutions and credit bureaus if this happens to you. Now I'm going to turn this over to my business development coworker to continue with our seminar.
Thank you, Elsa. I'm Irlanda Cuevas, and I'll be guiding you through the next slides. The second category is called technological schemes, and it includes some of the following methods. We have credit and debit card theft, which is an element of identity fraud. The information on the cards can be used to perpetrate other types of identity theft crimes, from using the signature on the back of the card that is stolen to loaning a credit card to a friend or family member. These things can cause someone to obtain what they need to open other accounts in your name. Skimming occurs when the device which reads the magnetic strip on the back of the card records your information to another electronic storage device. This enables them to make a copy of your card to make unauthorized purchases. Pretexting occurs when a thief has done prior research on your personal information and uses this information to bait you into releasing more sensitive information, such as a credit card number or a social security number. They will call you on the telephone and lead you to believe that he or she is from a business that requires this information. Man-in-the-middle attack is a type of theft that involves criminally intercepting communication between two parties and recording the information without the two parties ever knowing about it. The criminal then uses this information to access accounts and possibly steal their identity. Phishing schemes is the most common type of frauds. The thief tricks you into giving your personal identifying information. These types of attacks occur through a number of different mediums, including cell phone messages, social networks, emails, text messages, and standard mail. Farming is when a hacker tampers with the website host file or domain name system with the URL address that requests rerouted to a fake website to capture personal identifying information from victims. Victims think they are on a trusted website and are more willing to enter their personal information. Vishing is a scheme also known as voice phishing. It occurs when the thief contacts an individual over the telephone and the schemer possessed as an individual working for a legitimate organization. The goal here is to get you to disclose your personal identifying information. And finally, there's smishing. The identity thief sends spam text messages posing as a financial institution or other legitimate entity. The text message has a sense of urgency and can scare you into thinking that there is a serious emergency by leading you to believe that you will suffer financial losses or fees if there is no response. This may lead you to disclose personal identifying information by clicking on the link that appears on the text message. And what are some warning signs that you might be a victim? Make sure to know the warning signs that indicate that you might be a victim of identity theft. Any one of them could mean your personal information has been stolen and used fraudulently. You have charges that you did not make that show up on your statements. Your statements show up for an unknown credit card account. You have collection notices or calls for a debt you don't owe. You have a store card or a credit card you didn't apply for that shows up in the mail. You have errors or misinformation on your credit report. You have good credit, but an application you submitted was denied. And you have missing mail or emails. And how can you protect yourself from being a victim? Know the ways that you can prevent it and consider these 12 strategies. Number 1, never give your personal information to anyone who contacts you by phone, text, or email. 2, store all of your personal information in a safe place. 3, carry a minimal amount of identifying information. 4, guard your mail from theft. 5, sign up for the federal Do Not Call list at donotcall.gov. to avoid telemarketing calls. 6, consider opting out of the pre-approved credit card offers at optoutprescreen.com. 7, check your credit report with Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion once a year at annualcreditreport.com. 8, get an EMV chip credit card. 9, use a strong, unique password for each of your accounts. 10, set up security to help online safety. 11, consider an identity theft protection service to help monitor your accounts. And finally, number 12, shred your credit card offers with the cross-cut paper shredder. And when is your social security number needed? Many people think that if they're asked for their social security number, they have to give it. And that's simply not true. There are instances when it's necessary, but there are many instances when it's advisable to give a different form of identification. So when is your social security needed? In situations such as being at the credit union or banks, perhaps a loan application, your income tax records, college records, your credit bureau reports, or employers might ask for them. And the next several slides will show some ways to protect yourself from specific types of fraud. Let's take a look at how we can better protect from situations of potential theft and fraud. Here's how to protect yourself from bank fraud. Be proactive and check all of your accounts often. Use strong passwords. Only visit secured websites, and don't reveal your personal information to people who call, email, or text. Sign up for electronic statements. Pay your bills electronically and stop writing checks. And finally, use your direct deposit checks. And here's how you can protect yourself from computer fraud. Know how to operate your computer, install the latest antivirus and spyware software, run your software, and ensure you're getting updates. Ensure your system and browser softwares are up to date. Protect wireless system. Use strong passwords and enjoy your emails, but be careful. And here's how you can protect yourself from medical fraud. Review your explanation of benefits and make sure your bills are for your services. Check your credit report, any delinquent medical bills. Contact your insurance provider and clarify if there's any and all questionable bills. Protect yourself from social networking fraud. The type of pictures of your family, house, or pets. Do not include your birthday or addresses, and make sure that you're not adding names of family members, relatives, or pets. And you can protect your children too. Kids are a perfect target for identity theft. Their credit history is clean, so thieves use their social security numbers to easily obtain credit because kids and their parents rarely check kids' credit report. If your child is a victim, later they may be denied credit, a mortgage, or loans. They may be unable to open checkings or savings account, denied utility or phone service, or denied a driver license renewal. They may be discharged from a job or denied unemployment for no apparent reason. And they may pay more for insurance, or even worse, they may be arrested for crimes they never committed. So what should you do? Check to see if Thief hasn't set up a fraudulent account in your child's name. Play internet cop and make sure your child doesn't put personal identifying information on social networking sites such as Facebook and Instagram. If your child receives pre-approved credit card offers, unusual marketing offers, catalogs, bills, or notices of traffic violations, these are red flags, but not necessarily a guarantee that your child has been victimized. And if you are a victim, remember, time is of the essence. Act quickly. The Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions, also known as the FACT Act, mandates sharing among all credit bureaus, so notify one credit reporting agency's fraud unit. A fraud alert will be placed on each of your credit reports within 24 hours. Once you place the fraud alert in your file, you're entitled to order a free copy of your credit report from each of the big 3 credit reporting agencies. Ask that only the last 4 digits of your social security number appear on your credit reports. When you get them, review them carefully and look for inquiries from companies you haven't contacted, accounts you didn't open, and debts you can't explain. Check all personal information is correct. Then continue to check your credit report periodically, especially for the first year after theft. Use FTC's identity theft affidavit to contact each creditor, such as your credit card companies, mortgage lenders, and credit unions. And also contact the Social Security Administration and notify them of the fraud. When opening new accounts, use new PINs and passwords. Avoid your mother's maiden name, your birth date, the last four digits of your Social Security number, your phone number, or a series of consecutive numbers. Unfortunately, victims can be left with poor credit. Victims also may have difficulty writing shared draft and checks, getting loans, renting an apartment, and getting a job because of negative information that stays on their credit report for up to 7 years. Follow each conversation with a certified letter and return receipt requested. File a police report where the theft took place and give copies to creditors. You are allowed to get one free copy of your credit report from each of the 3 credit bureaus. This is some of the most important advice that we can share with you today. Make a point of ordering a copy from Experian in January, TransUnion in April, and from Equifax in September. Put it on a calendar and make it a yearly habit. You can contact them online at annualcreditreport.com. You can call them at 877-322-8228, or you can send a request form to Annual Credit Report Request Services. And this is what to look for at your credit report. Make sure to review it and compare it to any known sources of your credit. Do you have unknown loans, unfamiliar names or addresses? And look at other information. It does not include your credit score. You must pay for that feature. Avoid companies that say they give it for free. And if there is fraud, make sure to contact the credit bureau and place a fraud alert as soon as possible. Report it to the police and contact the creditor. And this resource toolkit contains much of the information that will help you if you are a victim of identity theft or fraud. These resources will also assist as you work to prevent yourself from becoming a victim. If you are a victim of identity theft, you can also file a complaint with the FTC. The information can help law enforcement officials across the nation track down identity thieves and stop them. Remember that the Better Business Bureau only has information provided by customers. If the company in question is new and perhaps fraudulent, there may not be complaints on file. Thus, if a company's record is clean, according to the Better Business Bureau, the possibility still exists that the company may not be trustworthy. Try to deal with familiar businesses you know and trust. And finally, continue to monitor news articles about identity theft and fraud. New technologies present opportunities for users and also for thieves. Be proactive in your efforts to protect your personal information and financial accounts. Your financial future depends on it. So now I want to show you our financial guide, and I will guide you to our website. Right here, we will give you the financial tools and support that you need for your financial independence. We have our financial calculators that can see how much you can afford to borrow for a mortgage or a car loan. We have Money Coach at Hughes, which are free online personal finance trainings that help you build financial assurance. Money Coach for Students is geared toward the students in your life, and it helps them take control of their money with online financial lessons. HFCU Financial Services are financial advisors that can help you with anything from retirement to paying for college. And we have our webinar series, our basic budgeting, power over debt, and creditability. It's been a pleasure to present to you today. Thank you so much for your time.